LightMode, turn that frown around. Bright side vibes bouncing all around. Hopes bursting out, laughter everywhere. Packed with pure joy, we're taking you there. LightMode, wonder we bring. Good times forever, hear us sing. Feel the beat. Flip your feet.
Oh, and we're in. It's episode 6. Woo!
Hey.
Hi. Welcome in, everybody, to the LightMode Podcast, episode 6. This week, the theme is Bloom. So that's going to be an interesting one. I've already seen the creators. We go in some different directions tonight. It's going to be interesting to see. Other little tidbits to stay tuned for. I have a new Matt's Manly Minute refresh. So we got a new background, a little sparkle on the logo, and a new video intro. Same song, because you can't get rid of the banger. It is certified fresh banger. We can't get rid of that.
It hits.
It does hit. It slaps, as the youth say.
Yeah, I don't know if they say that, but okay.
They don't say that anymore?
I don't know what they say, but I don't
can't
think
keep
it's
up.
that.
Well, anyway, welcome in, everybody. I'm going to take this opportunity right at the top before we start talking and introducing ourselves. If you are not subscribed already, please subscribe, smack that like button, hit the notification bell, ding. We would appreciate it. We are trying to get up to 500 followers. Currently, we are at 30 on YouTube. So if you can subscribe, that would be awesome. Again, our statistics are showing that about half of our views, people aren't subscribed, which still blows my mind, because how did you find us and hear about us? So anyway, if you are supporting us in any way, or even remotely kind of like Matt's mustache or Katelyn's bow on her head today, or my Sasquatch, please subscribe, like the episode. But anyway, I digress. My name's John. I am the illustrious and often crazy and slightly demented host of the LightMode Podcast, where we are trying to flip your feeds and take your social media doom scroll away and turn it into a hope scroll. So when you open those social media feeds, it brings light, positivity, hope, joy, giggles so hard that your face and stomach hurts. That's the purpose of this podcast. And these are my co-hosts. Katelyn, introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. I'm Katelyn. I love Jesus. Got to keep that trend going. And I am a boy mom. I've been married for 11 and a half years. And I love going live on social media. And I feel, not only am I a year older now, but I feel really refreshed because I just got back from a trip. But we can talk more about that later.
Oh, you haven't seen your birthday surprise yet. That's in the episode that goes live this weekend. Anyway, go ahead, Matt.
Yeah, I'm Matt. I am a husband, father, Christ follower, and I have many interests, jack of all trades, master of none. I change my intro every time because it's just fun. So this week, I am just excited to be here, excited to be healthier than I was last time we recorded, because I was coming off of a fever spike, and I wasn't 100% there, so hopefully tonight I will be closer to 100% there.
Well,
I'll probably be 100% there.
Yeah, we appreciate you powering through last week. You can't tell in the recording. At least I hope you can't tell. It seems everything was fine. So
I could tell you were like afterwards, like you were like not feeling well, but you had me fooled. So
good. I'm glad.
And
I fooled everyone.
I believe by the time this recording goes up, we'll have solved the riddle and the mystery of Andy the barber and whether or not he was paid or not. So congratulations, Andy. You're still famous. People still want to know whether or not you got paid. And hopefully everybody got to watch the episode where we found out that Matt did make good on his deal. So we'll have to figure out a new saga for Matt's Manly Minute going forward to keep the people entertained.
I'm sure I could think of something.
Awesome. Alrighty. So what is new with you, Mr. Matt? Anything new this week other than recovering from the illness?
Yeah, really, recovering has been the first priority. We are the second week into the fast that I know we've been doing church-wide. So my family and we've been on that journey. And I will say week 2 of no caffeine is a lot better than week 1 has been. But it's still not fun. So, yeah.
So you're saying caffeine adds joy to your life?
So I was having this conversation with a coworker today. It's like, it's not that caffeine is like necessary for life, and I think like, you know, we were put on this earth to like not necessarily like work office jobs, but when you're working an office job, I think caffeine really is necessary to focus. So that's just my hot take. So take it or leave it.
Well, focus in, you know, when you're working in that close proximity to other human beings, it helps you from not getting stabby.
That's true. It's just like all my synapses fire. Like I'm just on it. Like I can kind of like take everything in. Like I'm seeing like the code through the air. Like I like am in the Matrix when I'm drinking coffee, and it's all good. So
Maybe that was my problem today. I didn't have coffee today. Maybe that was my problem. I was a little on edge today.
That could be it. So, but you know, it's good. It's been a good reminder to focus on the reason for why I'm fasting in the first place. So it's healthy. But when we break the fast, I won't be sad to have that first cup of coffee. Let's just say that.
Yeah, it's gonna be that slow savored sip.
It's probably gonna be a straight chug. Are you kidding? Yeah,
straight from the carafe. You know,
Yeah,
don't even bother with
exactly.
the coffee cup.
Nope.
Everybody in the chat, let us know whether you drink your coffee hot or cold.
Ooh, hot in the morning,
I'd
cold in the
both.
afternoon.
Yeah.
Same. I do like my coffee hot in the morning.
Now the real question is, you know, I'm a sissy. I can't do black. I have tried many times to just cut everything out and do straight black coffee. I've even brewed it right to where it's supposed to be good. It's just I don't enjoy it as much. I gotta have a little bit of sugar. I gotta have a little bit of cream.
That's fair.
I just otherwise it's kind of like, why am I drinking
I gotta get you
this?
some good coffee. I'll work on that.
When I was pregnant with Jackson, I craved black coffee. Just black coffee.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I can only
Katelyn.
have 1 cup a day.
That'll put hair on your chest, and I'm not sure that's something that you want. So what's new with you, Katelyn? Post birthday trip.
I was relaxed and refreshed. And I will tell you what. So I went to Florida for the weekend. I got there. We woke up at 5 a.m. It was my son's first flight. He had a blast. I recorded his reaction of me telling him that he's going to go on a plane. And then, so I woke him up at 5 a.m. He knew he was going to the beach, and he said, "Mom, how long is it going to take us to get there?" I said, "About 4 hours." He said, "Oh, okay." So he thought he'd go to a North Carolina beach, and he had no idea that we were going to a Florida beach. So then we hopped on the plane, and by lunchtime, I was sitting in the pool with a glass of sweet tea in 80-degree weather, and it was phenomenal. And I got to see a iguana run across the backyard.
Them cat
my
lizards.
friend.
Did you kill it?
No.
Oh.
My friend did. I went live with her on TikTok, and she hit 1 million likes. So we jumped in the pool. I got my extensions wet. It was a big deal. I know. The fear, though. Here's the fear. When I went to Florida, depending on the pool and the chlorine level, I went to a pool in Florida for my 10-year wedding anniversary, and the tips of my hair dipped into the pool. And blondes, you have to be very careful. Your hair could go green or it can go orange. And the tips of my hair for about 2 inches were as orange as like Skittles. And I was like, if I jump in this pool and my hair goes orange, this is going to be a problem. But it was a saltwater pool, so it was safe.
I mean, you'll be in with all the cool kids. You got the new colors in your hair, you know?
I'll tell you who's the cool kids, though. We walked around West Palm Beach.
Wow. Yeah, it's a little swanky there. So
If you're not driving a McLaren, a Ferrari, a G-Wagon,
yeah.
You stick out like a sore thumb.
Well, and it's also very drastic. If you go like 3 or 4 blocks inland, it shifts from like super wealthy to wear a bulletproof vest.
Well, we were in the very, very wealthy part.
Welcome to Florida.
Yeah.
we walked down the very wealthy part, like downtown, like the bougie part, and you can tell. Here's how you can tell who's rich and who's not. You can tell who's visiting because you know they're on a limited time, like that Just in Time movie with Justin Timberlake, because they're walking around in a hurry to experience everything. If you're rich there, not only are you dripping in designer clothes and driving a fancy car, but you are just strolling, like you have all the time in the world. And it's like it's just a different way of life.
Did you go by Mar-a-Lago?
No, we did not go by Mar-a-Lago. I wanted to, but we didn't. I didn't have enough time. I was one of those tourists that had to soak in every moment while I could. But it was really fun. My friend, shout out to Kendall, she made me feel so special. This seems like some of the silliest things to do, but she called around, and on Atlantic Avenue, we went to a dinner at Deck 82. And she called to make sure that they had homemade ranch and french fries so I could have the foods that I liked.
She knows you. She knows you well.
Yeah, she knows. And so when I got there, she had no idea I wanted to do this, but she went out that morning, got these giant balloons, a 3 and a 1. And so when I walked in the bedroom, it was decorated. You could see it on my TikTok. So it had the 31. And then she got me a gallon of sweet tea, and she already had spaghetti dinner planned. I mean, it was just great. She knew all the things. She made me feel so special. It was the best 31st birthday.
Yeah, so. That's a legit friend right there.
Yeah.
And shout out to Zach for letting you go, too, by the way.
Yeah, because he stayed home with a sick kid.
Oh.
So shout out to Zach. Thank you.
Zach doing the husband duties.
What a guy.
What a guy. Well, happy belated birthday. Again, you haven't seen it yet, but there's a little surprise for you in the episode that goes up this Saturday.
Y'all will get my genuine reaction because we'll be live in the chat. So.
It's lower the expectations. It's not it's not that spectacular, but it did make me laugh when I made it. So anyway,
awesome.
As far as for me, it's actually cold here in Florida, so that's why you're getting the beanie tonight. There's not going to be many opportunities for that. I've been savoring it. I actually had my office window open all afternoon. I actually had to go put a hoodie on and some sweatpants. And my wife thinks I'm insane. It's now 70 in the house, and she's wrapped up in a onesie and a bathrobe under 3 blankets because she's freezing at 70 degrees.
Floridians.
So. But anyway, the big thing on our minds right now is we're trying to decide whether or not we're going to go to the Manatee Festival in Crystal River this weekend. So if you don't know what a manatee is, we call them chubby mermaids down here. They're also called sea cows. The part of Florida that we live in, they're everywhere. This is the springs and all that kind of stuff. So the manatees love it. This is their habitat. You can go swimming with them and all that kind of stuff. My wife has become obsessed with manatees. And so every year, Crystal River does this huge festival where it is anything and everything manatee related. They shut down the town, close the roads, and it's quite the experience. Grown men wearing manatee costumes running around, live music, artists, food. So we're trying to decide if we're going to go this year. It might be too cold. You can't see my fingers. Too cold for my wife to go. It's going to be like in the 40s and 50s. So, for me, that's still t-shirt weather and jeans. But, for her, that's like, I'm going to stay at home and hold my cup of coffee and just sip it slowly and wish I had a fireplace. But anyway, save the chubby mermaids.
Yeah.
So,
Fun fact, though, if you visit Florida, don't touch them because I'm pretty sure it's a felony now. So,
it is?
They take that pretty seriously.
Yeah.
I definitely swam with one and kind of wrestled around with one before I knew it was a felony. So luckily I didn't get caught.
And
are they endangered or something?
They used to be. But manatees can take care of themselves. Let's just put it that way. They are pretty strong animals. It's just like, I don't know if you guys ever gone cow tipping before.
Not officially.
They're quite docile animals and nice. But if you anger them, they can do some damage. Let's just put it that way.
I thought cow tipping was not a real thing. I thought that was just a joke to get city people to think that you could go and tip a cow.
No, it's very much a real thing. You just got to watch out for the cow patties and the bull. You got to make sure you're getting in the right patty.
That's true.
See, I totally just thought it was like one in the movie Cars, and then 2, I just thought it was a joke for city slickers.
Watch out for Frank!
Chose the wrong time to take a sip.
Oh, man. Yeah, no, it's a real thing. But anyway, all right. So this week, the episode's theme is Bloom. I'm not going to lie. There was one thing that came to my mind right off the bat. And you guys have your own versions of kind of the same thing, I think. Because mine's a little different, I think I'll go first this week, and then we'll take your guys. For me, when I think of the word bloom, I actually instantly think of coffee. It's one of the steps of pour over. So I can't get it out of my head. It is like the thing that I think of is the coffee bloom.
So I think of spices.
That's crazy that you thought of that, because that was literally my first inclination. That's all I could think about was coffee. But I'm like, it's just it's too vague. They're not going to understand. But
I think of putting spices in a pan and allowing them to bloom. Like, that's the first
that's
thing
another
I thought
thing
of.
that you
But,
could
like,
do. Yep.
But I was like, there's no creator out there that's just going to be sitting and blooming spices. So I was like, I went a different route.
Actually, you'd be surprised, but
Really?
that's just anyway. Blah. You threw me off there. Okay, so this creator, it's kind of a double thing. I did find a video where she specifically talks about the bloom, which is kind of nice. But I have followed this creator for a while. Her name is Katelyn Campbell. She's one of the owners of Street Brew Coffee. They're a Canadian coffee company. And it's a family-run coffee. They have a coffee trailer. What I love about her is she consistently is happy. I'm sure there's editing involved with all the videos, and I'm sure she has good days and bad days, but her vibrant energy when she serves people coffee got me to follow her account. And we'll look at one of her videos there too. But
It's the caffeine.
that could be the caffeine. But to start off, let's take a look at one of the ones where she describes the coffee bloom while doing a French press. Let me make sure I get this transition.
My name's Katelyn, and I love coffee. Let me show you my favorite French press recipe. First, you gotta weigh out and coarsely grind 55 grams of coffee. You want this coarse like breadcrumbs. Once it's ground, go ahead and dump those grounds into the bottom of your French press, and now you're actually gonna bloom your coffee by adding just enough water to make the grounds muddy. I know what you're thinking, but Katelyn, this is an immersion brewing method. Why are we blooming? Just do it. Thank me later. Give that a nice little stir and let it sit for 1 minute. Then you're going to continue filling your French press with water. I added a total of 910 grams. Give it another healthy stir, cap your French press, and let it sit for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, push down slowly until you reach the bottom, and then serve. Simple, easy. This will hands down be the best French press coffee you've ever had.
And now I feel bad because I'm realizing Matt is going without coffee, and I'm sitting here showcasing
Caffeine and coffee?
That's what I want. Really? I'm struggling with my herbal tea over here.
But yeah, no, she's got such an infectious personality. And I used it as an excuse to showcase this account because this is somebody you should be following. This is a good example right here of kind of just the energy that she provides. She has this thing where, and she actually has I think she's wearing the shirt where it says "my friend" on it. She gives the coffee and she's like, "Here you go, my friend, my friend, my friend." And she does these super cuts where it's just "my friend, my friend, my friend, my friend." Anyway,
that's awesome.
Let's take a look here.
Your iced coffee bucket, my friend.
I mean, iced coffee bucket? Yes, please.
Yeah.
Yes, please. Dedication.
I'm glad you shared her because I've followed her for a little while, and she's pretty cool. Always happy.
They put in the work too, her and her dad.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I've always dreamed of owning a coffee thing. I don't want to have to wake up that early though.
Yeah.
Hey, the coffee, I bet you keeps them awake.
Well, you would hope.
It's true.
Thank you very much. Good morning. How are you? Hello. It's coffee bucket, my friend. It's the ice mocha for you, my friend. Latte simple syrup for you, my friend. Almond ice latte, my friend. Beer iced coffee bucket, my friend.
Yeah.
I need a nice coffee bucket
Beer iced coffee
right
bucket,
now.
my friend.
I love the energy.
That's crazy.
And the whole "my friend" thing is always stuck with me, and I just, again, I never skip her videos. They come up on my feed. They put a smile on my face. Yeah. So that's my creator for Bloom, Miss Katelyn Campbell. She does have a TikTok as well. Or no, I'm on the TikTok, but she has an Instagram as well. But because Katelyn gave me 18,000 people to show off, I didn't open up the Instagram.
Sorry.
So, but anyway, I'm just messing. All right, let us.
Yeah, she's a super cool one.
No.
Matt's Manly Minute.
You weren't supposed to see that,
Oh, but I saw it and I like it.
and I don't know why that showed.
Hey, we could do Matt's
man.
Manly Minute.
Nah, it's too early for Matt's Manly Minute. I'm just trying to figure out why that showed on that transition. That was not supposed to happen.
The world
Anyway.
needed that sneak peek.
All right. I guess Matt can go next.
Perfect.
And let's. Hopefully that won't happen again here. Let's see.
Hey, I'm here for it.
I have no idea why that triggered like that.
First off, let's appreciate the hair.
So yeah,
hair-
this is Matt's creator.
Hair's pretty
the
good.
account is Creative Explained, and I think I've come across this guy before.
Yeah,
But Armin Adamjan?
I'm not even gonna try. I didn't realize how much he's blown up. So again, I know I like the idea of highlighting some smaller creators, but he's just blown up from his content. Really, I first saw one of his videos. Must have been last year, like when he was talking about ways to preserve like fruits and vegetables like optimally, like because you buy fresh fruit from the store and it goes bad like the next day if you don't use it. So there's a super cool video he made, just like all the best ways to store. Yeah,
That's fun.
So
I saved
but-
it.
did you? Oh, hey, that's good. But on the topic of bloom, I think this was a good one that came to mind, and my wife loved it as well. So
All right, well, let's take a look.
You know, if you grab a strawberry, cut a few slices and leave them out to dry. Nice and skinny pieces like this. Once they're dry, they'll look like this. Have a plate ready and then grab each one, rub on it, and watch the seeds fall onto the plate. Look at that. The next thing you want to do is take these seeds and sprinkle them outside in your garden or in garden beds or pots if you don't have one. Lightly cover the seeds with soil. Water it, keep the soil moist. And pretty soon you'll see little baby strawberry seedlings appear. Check back in a couple of months and you'll see that the seedlings have grown. Keep watering, keep taking care of them, and then the magic will happen. Watch. Oh, look at all these strawberries.
If only it were that
Best
easy.
part is that they grow back every year.
I wish it was that easy. I love
Oh,
these
all these
strawberries.
strawberries from just a few slices? What? So many of us buy strawberries, but they're so easy to grow. And if you got kids, this is a perfect project for them. So save your money and grow your own strawberries. You know,
He's another one that has very high energy.
yeah, super high energy, and like all of the videos that I've seen, obviously I haven't seen all of them, but they all seem to be like just that level of energy. And my wife actually, she was telling me she actually tried one of his methods for trying to grow from like an avocado seed, and yeah, she failed
This one?
because she forgot about it essentially.
Oh no!
It might be that one. So I can't tell you whether or not the method works.
half of them
but,
pop out the seed like this. Place it in a glass of water and let it soak in there for an hour.
Well, I mean, there's so many other factors like temperature, season.
Then grab a
like-
piece of paper towel and wet it. Squeeze off the excess water. Then take out the avocado seed and place it on top. And wrap it around.
I mean, I did that in science class as a kid
Place
with a
this in a
little
Ziploc bag.
bean.
Seal it. And place it somewhere warm and dark like above or below the oven. Check back in a few weeks and you'll see roots. The
And that's
seeds
where we
crack
forgot
open,
about it.
Roots are forming.
Did it have roots?
You just have a rotted
Next thing you want to do is top with some
avocado
soil in it
seed
and
somewhere.
plant it, but leave the top exposed. Look at these roots. Be gentle when you plant it. Keep the soil nice and moist at all times and cover it with a Ziploc bag for extra humidity. Oh, that's what you want it to look like. Place it somewhere nice and sunny, and pretty soon that little seed is gonna grow magic. Check this out. Whoa, my little baby avocado tree. Once it goes to this, into this, about 12 inches long, you can trim off the top. Once you see new leaves are forming, it's ready for what's next. Go outside in your garden and dig a hole. Or grab a big pot like this one and transplant your little avocado seedling. Take good care of this little baby tree, and pretty soon you'll have your own avocados growing. The next time you eat an
If
avocado,
only
I'll
it
tell
was
you what.
nice.
look at this.
Something that I've learned about like planting
Yeah.
is there's a reason why, especially if you have a tree that's fruit or a vegetable tree, even flowers, you want to cut off certain leaves, and there's a purpose to it, because then it allows all of the energy to go into what's blooming, whether that's fruit, a flower, whatever, so pruning is necessary.
Yeah.
And so same thing if you buy your wives or significant others flowers, cut off the extra flowers so all of the energy of the water and everything goes to the flowers to last longer.
It's a good life lesson in there too, but we could save that for another day.
You can say that for Matt's Manly Minute.
But no, I thought it was cool. I mean, it's fun to see things grow. I'm not always successful at it, but a lot of times, it a lot of times comes down to a timing thing. You know, sometimes it just takes time to see something grow from a seed to a plant, and I guess it's also a life lesson there. if you have to make time if you want to see something grow, and it takes an investment. So I guess I've got to try again with a new avocado seed.
Well, I mean, especially here in Florida, like we could actually probably pull some of this stuff off. You know, just
So
because of the temperature and stuff like that.
I have a friend, she does that. She's got a whole like food forest like in her yard. Like everything is pretty much edible. And
Nice.
there's actually local to us, there's a pretty popular guy who does that. His name's Pete Canaris. He's all about creating like food forests in your yard. So instead of just grass, like making it like all plants and shrubs and bushes that you can eat from. And it's super
I'm
cool.
all for that,
So,
man. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
My
Super
neighbor
cool.
did that, and she she really invested in her backyard, and like put a lot of effort into the landscaping and thinking of like plants that keep away bugs and like things that you can grow to eat off of, herbs and all that stuff. And then she sold her house, and the other neighbors that came in completely took out everything.
Oh no.
We came because I was like, and then we were gone on vacation when it happened. And then when we got back, he told us, and I was like, no. And he's like, oh, I wish I would have known, because I would have just like given it to you guys. I'm like, what?
Yikes. All right, so Creative Explained, Armin, Adamjan. Pretty sure he's got a TikTok as well, but as always, description below to go follow them. And this one's also a very solid follow. All right, I'm afraid to do a transition, so I'm just going to switch tabs to Katelyn's, which is Beck Farms. I guess they're in Utah, Beck Farm, Utah. Go ahead, Katelyn.
All right, so I have her little post about her pulled up because I follow several like floral people, but this one it struck me because it's in the United States. She's a smaller on her following compared to some others, and she's a mom. I'm a mom. Her name almost sounds
she's
like
only
my
got
name.
1,400 followers.
Yeah. So I was like, you know what? I really want to highlight her. So she started Beck Farms because she wanted to build something real, raise her 4 kids close to meaningful work, create a place women could come to feel connected to something living and growing. Today that looks like working a flower farm, seasonal gatherings and workshops, a lot of behind the scenes building and renovating that once was their 5-gen sheep farm. She's Katelyn, mom, grower, and the person behind it all, seeking a life where motherhood, ambition, and an earth-worn kind of beauty live together. Wow. So, like, she grows these beautiful flowers, and the people, like, harvest them and then sells them, and it's just, when I think of bloom, I think of, I just think naturally as a girl, I just am gravitated towards flowers. And there are people and places that grow just like farmers farm food. Well, she farms flowers. Florists have to have their flowers from somewhere. And so she just grows such beautiful flowers that it's like, wow. And then you just can get a random bundle together and they're just gorgeous. Well, she documents the behind the scenes of what it's like to be a flower farmer, because as you can see, all of those pictures are absolutely gorgeous.
Oop, wrong one.
But it's very dirty and messy behind the scenes, and some of her content shows that. So you're welcome to click on a few of her videos. She just has some really, really pretty stuff.
You prefer TikTok or Instagram?
TikTok has some of her recent stuff, but Instagram is where she's mainly, I think she's trying to grow her TikTok. So if you guys are not following her on either one, go follow her on both places. But like that's January on, that's like her most recent one, January on as a flower farmer.
Well, let's take a look at it. It looks like a 2025 recap here. Oh. Come on.
Flowers and the topic bloom, and just watching this, it kind of just makes me think like bloom where you're planted, no matter where you are and what season of life that you're in, you can still bloom and like make the best of it. And like if you plant seeds at some point, just like I think it's like Galatians 2:9 or something, you'll reap a harvest if you sow good seeds. So like there's a lot, as you can see, there's a lot of work and effort when planting seeds and tending to them, watering them, nurturing them to grow into something beautiful. And then there is a season and time of pruning, and sometimes that bloom has to get cut to go and plant seeds somewhere else. And so there's kind of like a good message behind, if you think about the topic of bloom, that sometimes, you know, that season of time and that time of blooming comes to an end. Those seeds that come from that season of blooming then gets cast away to another place to be planted and reap new harvest. So there's a time of blooming where you're planted, and then a time of, you know, pruning and then going another place. So
Yeah, something about elevation, I think, with the vibrancy of these colors. When we were out west, like flowers were unreal. Like they just didn't look the same.
just beautiful.
That's pretty.
That's 6 inches. That's huge.
My favorite is like there's some like once the season is at its like peak, and it's just fields of just rainbow colored stuff. And I'm just like, wow. Like some of the honorable mentions that John might show because I sent him a couple. There are some that literally, there's one that supplies
well, I've got them right
flowers to
here,
people.
but before we move on, so this one's Beck Farms, Utah. So she's got 14,000 on Instagram, just
Nice.
over 1,400 on TikTok. Y'all go follow her. Definitely good
Show
quality
the January
content.
one.
Absolutely, good quality content here.
It's not always rainbow butterflies and sunny skies.
All the preparation. Oof.
Yeah, because you gotta plant it in a time of like, you know, cold and unwanted
Won't you
season.
let the light come and turn on through? Open up the blinds, let the flowers bloom. Every other night was like deja vu, Till you show me all the colors that I never knew. Give me the sun,
Lose my
now I'm
mind.
over the moon.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you were saying something, for the audio on these are it's never ending. There's always something I'm trying to fix. Like the audio on the videos is super loud compared to you guys. I know I can fix it in post, but I couldn't hear a word you said. So
Oh, no, you're fine. I was just saying that, you know, when you're planting seeds, like it shows you that it's not always rainbows and butterflies, like that video. Like she has to go in a season of like that everybody just wants to go and cuddle in and just go and be in the warm. well, people like farmers, or like what she has to do to be able to have that season of beautiful, blooming, colorful time. She has to go and tend to the seeds, plant the seeds, and prepare for one day to have that season of growth. And what she does now, the soil she plants it in now, if she tends to it the right way and has it in a good way, it's good soil. It's prepared, it's planned, it has purpose. And so she has to do that now, even though it's cold and it's dreary and it looks dead to the world. Sometimes when you're planting seeds, that's what you might feel like, whether that's like physically planting seeds or like seeds in your life.
I feel like
You're
Katelyn's
laughing.
preaching to herself right now.
I am. It's funny how it ends up happening that way.
Just trying to, we've all been there. Where the truth that we're saying is it's edification to ourselves. But you did send me a few other ones. Mr. Flower Stud here.
Okay, this one's cool. He's from the Netherlands. They supply flowers globally, and they really do a good job at videos. Is this TikTok? I think it's TikTok, right?
This one's Instagram.
Oh, yeah, it's Instagram. So yeah, you can click on any of those. Some of it looks kind of like vertical farming, greenhouse style, but like it is so pretty, and I bet it smells amazing.
In fact, they're like upside down.
That's fun.
Tulip time.
Look at these little tulips. And they have these things that like help drag as they're collecting them. So it's just,
There we go.
it's a perfect song.
Can you imagine the scent in those greenhouses? Like
I
the
know.
flower smell?
It smells so good.
It's either really good or really bad because fertilizer and whatever.
True.
I don't know.
Well, again, there's also an analogy there about the seasons, right?
That's
Sometimes it's got to smell a certain way before you can smell the flowers and the roses.
That's true.
All right, let me. I'm so afraid to hit this transition button. Let me see if it works this time without anything happening. And okay, we're good.
Hey,
Woo-hoo!
we're back.
I think I fixed it. Yay! All right, so those are our creators. Again, look for the description and their links in the comments below. Go support them. These are all solid, like beautification, edification for your feed. So positive creators for you guys to follow. I'll also take another moment here. If you haven't subscribed to us, why haven't you yet? It's so simple. Just take the mouse or your finger and hit the subscribe button. And then there's a little thing on the side that's a thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up button. And then the bell, just smack the bell so that you're notified every Saturday when we upload a new video. So
And if you're just because you're not doing it because you're lazy and you don't want to create an account, just create the account so you can hit that subscribe button. Stop being a outsider. Just join YouTube. Come on.
give
just
in
do
to
it.
the social media. Give
Give
in
it,
to
give
the.
it.
Yeah.
What's one more?
If you follow us, you'll have a good feed. It'll be positive and uplifting. It won't be detrimental for you.
And if you want to hit that donate button,
Matt needs to pull up that app again. I'm poor.
leave a tip. Yeah.
But anyway, no, we do appreciate those that are watching. Shout out to, I think her name is Emily. I think the username is M or whatever. She has watched every video, commented on it. I think she's like our number one fan. Also, shout out to McKenna, who I think is like our number 2 fan. That's why she's constantly giving out the support and the love for the podcast. As
Emily
we continue
promotes
down
too.
this.
Like she'll be on my TikToks and she's like, "Who's watched the podcast today?"
That's so
love
good.
it. I love
Awesome.
it. She's the one who was in the chat today saying, "I need to know the update about Matt and the barber."
Emily's a real one. That's awesome.
Well, speaking of Matt and his barber, Matt, are you ready for a manly minute to see your? Because you totally didn't see the video beforehand.
I didn't see
to
anything.
see your
I didn't
new
see
intro
anything at
and
all.
your new setup for Matt's Manly Minute.
Let's see it, because I blinked really long last time. So
I
I missed
really
it.
long blink. Oh no! Oh no! Is your logo? Where's your logo? Okay, it's there. It's just not loaded. I freaked myself out with the studio mode. Anyway, all right, here we go. It is time for. No! 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 No!
Yes.
Click it too soon.
No, it's
You
supposed
censored
to
my
be,
manly minute.
It's
You
supposed to
censored
be
me.
on both. Why is it?
That's okay.
Talk amongst yourselves.
That's okay.
I got a surprise for you, Matt, that you haven't seen.
I didn't add
Oh,
the new
no.
logo. I didn't add the new video to the to the Matt's Manly Minute. That's why I didn't do it.
Oh no.
All right.
Trying to make me less manly.
Okay. And I got to get rid of the. Anyway.
Let's see, we're talking amongst ourselves. You do
Yeah.
what you need to do.
Yeah, you do what
I
you
got
need to do.
I got a surprise for you, Matt. So, like, after the whole, like, Matt's Manly Minute thing, I got a surprise.
Okay.
You'll have to take a
Okay.
look.
Do
I'm ready
over.
for it.
Matt's Manly Minute. Try two.
Round two.
Matt's Manly Minute.
It worked that time.
Oh, there it is. I like that. That's a good surprise. It looks good on you, Caitlin. You should-
Thanks. I needed something to fit in because everybody else has a stash, and I don't. So can you guess where it's from? Whose
Ooh.
stash is it?
Looks like the Mr. Peanut or whatever,
No.
or the Monopoly guy.
It's from Pringles.
Pringles.
The,
I forgot.
The top.
You cut it out
Like,
of
I
the
was
Pringles
like,
can.
oh, I took it off, and I was like, I'll just have a little stash. It's
That's
got
awesome.
the curly Q and everything.
It really does. That's really creative. That's really creative. Well, I guess this week's Manly Minute, I could go the route of the theme this week is bloom. So I could go the traditional route of blooming where you're planted, but I think Caitlin did a great job at kind of covering that. So instead, I'm gonna go back to John's first creator and just talk about coffee, and I'm gonna attack some people. But if you're drinking
Uh-oh.
Folgers or community coffee, get rid of that junk, please.
Well, that's Starbucks.
Starbucks too. Get rid of it. It's just not good.
Starbucks
What
is
you
no
need to
bueno.
do, you need to support your local craft roaster.
Yes.
So get yourself a good craft coffee. They know coffee, and what they do is they roast their coffee beans all different ways, really. There's different flavor profiles, there's light, medium, there's dark roast. Find a roast that you like that has good flavor and doesn't just taste like an ashtray. And
I'm really glad you said ashtray.
yeah. Yeah, me too. But no, for real. I mean, if you want to test it, I don't know. I haven't really tested Folgers in a while, but I'm pretty sure you can't get a good bloom if you try to do Folgers in a French press, because that
So-
stuff's probably like 5 years old, sitting on the shelf, getting all
Yep.
crusty and nasty.
Ugh.
Good
So
fresh
coming from
coffee.
a coffee connoisseur like yourself, can you, for someone who does like coffee and currently drinks, Starbucks coffee, like how do you recommend, like how does someone know what level roast they like, or if they wanted to try something, or like what do you recommend?
That's really a good question. I mean, a lot of times it takes leaving Starbucks. I'll say the thing with Starbucks, it's like they have so many additives that really get you hooked. It's like people go to Starbucks not because sure, because
I
of
go
the
for the cake
coffee,
pops.
but it's like the flavor that they put in the coffee is what
It's not
just
for the love of
suckers
the
people
coffee.
in. Yeah, it's not the love of the coffee itself. So if you go to like a local coffee shop and you just get like vanilla latte or like a honey cinnamon latte where it's like pretty minimal flavoring and it's really the flavor of the coffee itself that's kind of brought out. That's what I recommend. Like if you have a local coffee shop that maybe they roast their own coffee, that's a great place to start. And what I will say is if you're used to like the bitter, like kind of acidic coffee, that's usually a darker roast. A lot of times Starbucks especially. I feel like it's a little bit burnt tasting in my opinion.
Yeah, if I can see through my coffee, it's not dark enough.
Okay. So you like the sludge.
Yeah, but so
Like,
you
I
can
like
get
espresso.
you can get dark coffee without it being bitter in a sense.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, agreed, yeah.
So I always recommend trying a few different they're like third wave coffee roasters, but really craft coffee is what I look for. So a good craft coffee roaster, it's someone who's just nerding out like roasting coffee. They're watching like the science behind it, making sure the temperature and everything is perfect. They're timing it, making sure like the optimal flavor is being brought out of each coffee bean. That's the kind of coffee you want to try. And it's pretty cool because like I guess on the topic of bloom, like lighter roasts especially, you get a lot more like nuanced flavors because it's not roasted for as long. It's just kind of, that's simply what it is. It's roasted for a shorter amount of time, and those beans, like whatever regions they come from, they kind of absorb the natural whatever's kind of growing in their surrounding area. So there's some regions of the country, not the country, but of a lot of places in Central America or even in Africa where there's different fruits that might grow amongst the coffee trees. So like they kind of take on the fruity essence and aromas that some of those other like surrounding fruit trees would give off. And so you can capture some of that essence in a lighter roast coffee. So it's pretty fun.
I have a friend who's from Ethiopia, and she has
I like
Ethiopian
Ethiopia.
coffee.
Yeah.
And that's really good. And then also John and I know a missionary down in Honduras, and they have their own coffee, right, John?
Yep, they grow it. That's one of the ways they support the ministry.
That's awesome.
Give up the kids.
So fun fact, I mean, I work for a coffee company, so
yeah, shout them out, give them a plug.
Yeah, so I help run Beverly Hills Coffee, really incredible coffee. Love our team, love our roasting team, and we have a lot of great co-ops that we work with around the world. But we've been working with a co-op out of Honduras. It's like all women led, so it's like a bunch of women growing and harvesting this coffee.
Wow.
But it's so good, it's so flavorful, and yeah, it's just cool because I used to hate coffee, and I think it was just because I was drinking like
bad coffee.
the worst of it, really. So I've learned to really love it, and it's like I can actually tolerate a cup of just black coffee with no additives. So
for someone who has an espresso machine and learning to do espressos,
mm-hmm.
do you recommend buying whole coffee beans and grinding it yourself?
Yeah, 100%. I like to buy whole bean coffee specifically just because that whole bean usually like locks in that freshness for a longer period of time. Mm-hmm. So someone I really recommend following, and actually it was going to be the creator I was potentially going to highlight tonight, is James Hoffman. He is
I almost did it too.
he is like an absolute coffee guru / nerd / mad scientist. Like
he's the
anything
Alton Brown of coffee.
Exactly, nailed it. That's exactly who he is. So any coffee questions you have, like, that's the guy I've followed for a while now, and he's British. He's British. He's fun to listen to. Like, you might not even give a rip about what he's talking about, and you're just drawn in because of his accent. And
yeah, he's British.
I think so. And his just mannerisms are fun. But yeah, that's kind of my manly minute. You know, I'm gonna take a stab at the bad coffee of the world. Just get away from it. Try something new and better and good. Support a craft roast, a craft roaster. Try a craft roasted coffee. It might change your life.
And that's been
Matt's Manly Minute.
Yeah. So I will put a plug in as well. Like I drank, growing up, the elder person that I am, you drink coffee to survive, like to get through school, to get through work, whatever. And it was whatever was in the coffee pot. And I did the bougie things too. You know, we went to Starbucks and Caribou Coffee and Dunkin' Donuts and all, all the chain restaurants. And I do still have a fondness for Dutch Bros. You know, I can't help it. I like the style and the branding probably more than I like their coffee, but I digress. I went to a place in Nashville called Barista Parlour. And it's a small local chain there in Nashville. And it was the first time I ever had a properly done pour-over cup of coffee. And it was life-changing. That's when I finally realized I have been drinking crap coffee all my life. And so when I can, I upgrade and I go to a local coffee shop or a place that I know does good coffee and roasts their own beans, and get that pour over. And that's why I drink French press now at home instead of the drip. It's just I don't do the whole weighing and all that kind of stuff like a lot of people do, just because I don't have that capability and time to do it.
Oh, I'm going to teach you, sir. Yeah. I'm going to teach you, because so here's the thing.
It does matter.
Coffee. It's fun because like you can go on this coffee journey, and then like you get you graduate from a Keurig, because really a lot of people have Keurigs for the convenience, and I'm like, please just throw that out.
They're gross on the inside.
They're gross.
It's
disgusting.
nasty.
No. I have a friend of mine. He knew someone that there was a frog that had died inside the water reservoir, and they don't know for how long it was there. So I'm not a Keurig fan. Give that to Salvation Army. Just Goodwill it. Get rid of it. I know a lot of people then have graduated to like the Nespresso machines with the Nespresso pods, and it's like
same problem.
You're like, yeah, sort of, but it's like it is an elevated coffee experience, and it's like, wow, this is life changing.
Until your
but
tubes
then you
start growing stuff.
Yeah, that's true. But then you go to the next level, and you go to like the bougie tier of like getting a Breville for the first time, and then you realize like what espresso is really like.
Oh, I love
and then
espresso.
Once you're there and you're making like those latte type drinks, espresso based drinks, then you realize I just started over. I'm at the bottom with a Breville, and there's like $5,000 espresso machines that will literally make you the best cup of coffee you've ever had in your life, but it becomes a really steep investment after that. So
we're still in the mocha pot tax bracket.
Okay.
So
okay.
When we want espresso, coffee. That's what we do is the on the stove mocha pot.
Hey, come over to my house sometime. I'll make you a latte on my Breville.
I have a Mr. Coffee.
I'll bring food.
Machine.
Go ahead,
that's a trade. That's a trade right there.
I have a Mr. Coffee espresso machine, so I've dabbled in espresso because I just don't like how weak the drip coffee is. Like I said, I like strong coffee. So, and then I like to put like cream and sugar in my coffee. Mm-hmm. I like to put some white chocolate syrup in my coffee.
There is a threshold, Katelyn, of like, coffee to sugar,
Well, if I don't have white chocolate syrup, then I have to put sugar in milk. If I have white chocolate, I don't put any sugar. So it's a toss-up because I like white chocolate if I'm drinking the coffee cold. I like cream and sugar if I'm drinking it hot. But I haven't figured out how to do an espresso and still have hot coffee because I like the espresso taste. It's a much richer taste. But I haven't figured out how to use the steaming side of the espresso machine.
That's an art because you can scorch it.
Because that's what you use to warm the milk to keep your coffee hot, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I haven't figured that out.
Yeah.
So,
okay,
maybe I'll document it.
You need to come down for a coffee barista school with Matt.
That would be so cool. We could document it on the podcast. Yeah.
I mean, we're going to be at the church, actually, with our coffee trailer the 25th. So.
Oh, really? Okay, cool.
Yeah. After service on the 25th.
Oh,
come on down.
Are you playing Sunday night, too?
I am.
Yeah, I get a lot of Matt time, and I'm excited about it.
You got to come back to Florida, Katelyn.
I know, I want to. I'm already missing it.
There's wide open spaces down here, Katelyn.
Except it's going to be like 28 degrees tonight. So. The beach might not be as fun this weekend. But, yeah.
It's my beach weather. Anyway, I digress. All right, so that was Matt's Manly Minute and Coffee Talk with the LightMode Podcast because we like the coffee and the donuts.
Pinkies up.
Pinkies up.
Actually, that's tea, I think. I don't know.
Katelyn, do you want to do a bright side today?
Sure.
Because I didn't have any of the other ones prepared this week. I was too busy messing up the OBS system so that I could spectacularly fail while recording.
We're good.
So let's hopefully I didn't mess up bright side with KT. So let's give this one a try.
Well, welcome to the bright side. The nice and pink side. So today's bright side moment.
Sorry.
What?
Keep going.
Are you okay, John?
We just came out of the manly darkness, so.
No, keep going. Forget I'm laughing.
Okay.
Just go.
Okay.
Just go.
Okay. Okay, so, well, now I'm just laughing. I just don't. Okay, so this week's bright side moment is a moment that I had with a watcher. I didn't tell her I was gonna do this, so I won't call her name out, but she knows who she is. Is this person reached out to me because we prayed for her to get a new job, and she got the job that she prayed for.
Cool.
And it took some time, but she got the sole job that she wanted. And she'd been there, and it'd been a couple weeks, and she texted me, and then when I pray over people, I always pray and say, all right, Lord, please intervene, please place people in their lives to where they have God moments that are undeniably you, and that you're in the midst. And so she texted me, and she was very down, and she said, Katelyn, like, my boss reached out to me and said that, you know, I think that you might be, I'm going to reposition you into another place. Like, I think that you will be better over here, and I think that with the way things are going and how people are interacting with you, and don't think it's fair for you. But of course, when that's happening to you and like you're a new person there, you're like, wait, what did I do wrong? That you tend to internalize and like freak out. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, girl, don't you worry. God opens doors and closes doors. He gives you what you ask for, but again, it doesn't mean that he doesn't have something better in plan for you. So I said, again, we pray for God to move and orchestrate these things. And so I said, just give it time. I said, this could be an answer to prayer that we didn't realize we prayed. God knows the desires of your heart. You don't even have to ask for it. And so then she started thinking about it, and I asked her more questions about how she was, like, thought about that job that she thought she wanted. And anyways, so I've checked in with her in, like, the last week or so, and even today. And she's like, you know, I'm so glad that happened, is what she said. She said, it was a godsend. It was an answer to prayer that we didn't even pray, because I'm so much happier. I'm so much more appreciated, and the way I'm treated is so beyond what she could have ever wanted. So it's like, that's the bright side. Like, I got to help someone look at a moment that was really frustrating in their life, that they thought was devastating, worrisome, like, what is it going to look like next? And God used that and answered my prayer, that I actually got to hear a God moment in someone's life that people might not realize, that, hey, we prayed. And I reminded her, I said, we pray, and I pray for people to be placed in your path, to look out for you and watch over you. And he literally made that happen exactly how we've asked. And so that's the bright side.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We like to say God's guides your starts and your stops. A lot of times we forget that, you know. And it's all part of living the life of the follower of Christ, is actually following him where he leads. Mm-hmm. And sometimes we think we got what we wanted, and then he moves us somewhere else, and we don't want to let go of that. But following him is following him, regardless of where it goes. And sometimes it's an adventure.
So now she's really blooming with where she's currently planted.
Tied it back in.
I like it. That's awesome.
Awesome. And that was The Bright Side with KT.
That is so Barbie-esque, like Barbie Dreamhouse. Like,
Do I need to change it again?
no,
so
no,
fun,
no,
or
I'm
like it?
fine. No, I like it.
I rock out to it, though. It just gets you.
No,
Certified
I like it.
bangers on the LightMode Podcast. So why haven't you subscribed yet?
Yeah. If you don't come for anything else, the music should keep you.
Subscribe. Hit the like button. Schmizzack the notification bell. Schmizzack it. Anyway. So we are up on an hour. So I think it's time for finding out what next week's topic is going to be.
Let's do it.
How about you guys? You guys think that's
Can we try to guess this time before you spin
Oh,
it? Can we
gosh.
try to guess and see what it's gonna be?
sure if you want to.
Let's just pick a random word out of the ether.
Let's go.
No. We gotta look at the wheel. We gotta look at the
Oh,
wheel.
we gotta look at the wheel. Okay.
Yeah.
Do
Let's
this.
see.
Do that.
Golly.
And I think we are there. Yeah. Yeah.
gonna be
Have a
love.
good time reading that, guys.
It's gonna be love. It's the only one I could read, so that's what I'm going with.
Heart. I'm going with heart.
I'm sticking with the one that I really, really, really want. Hugs. I want it to be hugs. All right, let's spin that wheel.
Watch hugs be last. Foreshadowing now.
Oh,
Ooh, courage.
Huh, I wonder
This is
how
going to
it's
be
different
similar to
than
Brave that we had a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
let's see.
But we'll have to be different. So, Matt, no more anxiety inducing claustrophobic tunnels.
I'll have to find something else that's anxiety inducing.
Something that takes courage. So, episode 7. And fun fact behind the scenes, we're actually recording that tomorrow night. So you have 24 hours
Golly.
to find it.
Wow.
Oh, man. So,
Now all I can think of is like the Cartoon Network, Courage the Cowardly Dog. So.
I mean, maybe you'll find an account that does nothing but Courage the Cowardly Dog content.
No, because that show creeped me out as a kid.
Oh no.
But I
Sure.
never
Nightmares.
realized in case this is a moment where I was this years old and when I found this out, that Courage the Cowardly Dog was created in the perspective of a dog having anxiety when their owners leave, or like how the dog perceives actions taken by people. So it's like not
know that.
reality, but it's
Kind of
like
sad.
I know, but it's like that's what I heard, and I was like, wow, I now understand the show a little bit better.
I
Interesting.
didn't really watch a lot of those dog shows.
Oh, my
That's
sister
different
did,
than
I
Cat
didn't.
Dog, right?
Yeah, it's different than Cat Dog.
Okay.
Cat Dog was Nickelodeon. Courage the
okay.
Cowardly Dog was Cartoon Network. I was not a Cartoon Network fan. I was a
Gotcha.
Nickelodeon Disney fan.
Okay.
That was after my time. That
Yeah,
was-
I know. I just enjoy
that's-
making you feel
That's
old.
when little kids were watching. This.
Oh my
I was Ren and Stimpy and
Never heard of it.
Samurai Jack, and I'm trying to think of one that had a dog or a cat in it. Doug.
I was
Homeward
Doug. I
Bound.
watched Doug.
Rugrats.
I watched Rugrats. What about the one with
SWAT
is
Cats
it
was
the
cool.
Monsters? The Monsters one?
Monsters.
All Real
Monsters.
Monsters or something?
I don't know. There was Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. I don't know if you
Yeah,
remember
there was
one.
that one.
Did you guys watch the 17 Beethoven movies? Or
No,
no?
I
Yes.
did not.
Yes.
Or am I thinking Airbud? Like
Airbud, but
Airbud
was
does
There
this.
were a lot of
Airbud does that.
Beethovens too.
there was
Airbud
Beethoven.
goes to college. Airbud becomes president.
I
Snow
watched
Buddies.
Hey Arnold. I watched Rocket Power. Those were good.
Caillou.
Oh yeah, I did watch.
I did not
Oswald
watch
the Octopus.
Caillou.
I watched Sagwa on PBS Kids. The calligraphy cat.
I have no idea what that is.
Speaking another
Do you
language.
guys know what SWAT cats are?
Be careful what you say.
Careful,
No.
yeah, I don't want to get canceled now.
it was this really cool animated show with these two cats, like junkyard cats, that flew a fighter jet. And
Okay.
it was like in the era of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Thundercats and all that kind of stuff. So before y'all's time, it was probably too mature for your sensitive ears as children in the late 90s.
It's
That's
weird,
possible.
John. It's weird because it's like it's funny being, I'm used to being called the youngest, of like.
Oh, you are officially
the
in that period of
audience.
time where that transition's happening.
It was that today, John. It was that today. I was in a meeting and I was talking to somebody and like it was a flashback and I was the person that was saying, well, when you are my age, like you won't feel that way anymore. These words will mean nothing to you because you'll realize that experience outweighs words beside your name. And it's like, ooh, I can't believe I'm saying that right now.
Yeah. What
That's
really
wisdom.
hurt me in HR was when I started hiring people that were born after my kids were born. I was like, I'm like really, really old because I'm
Do you guys
hiring
find-
people that are babies.
Do you find that it's hard to remember the birthdays that are in the years 2000s? Like the birth date of births? Like me struggling to keep up with my kids' birth dates because they're in the 2000s, I struggle so much. I feel like the 90s are easier to remember.
It's not any harder than any other birthday.
I think I only remember my kids' birthdays. That's about it. Sorry, everyone.
Close family members, and then everything else I rely on Facebook.
Yes.
you
To
can
tell me it's
remember-
people's birthdays.
That's all I open up Facebook for. Is just show me whose birthday it
If
is.
you can remember the year I was born, you know my birthday because my year I was born makes my birthday. I was born in 1995. I was born January 9th, 95. 1995.
That's pretty
That
cool.
only works for January 9th babies born in the 90s.
Wow. Special.
She's special. Oh, she's special, all right. On that note, any closing thoughts, Matt, Katelyn?
I plead the fifth. No, I think we're good. I think I feel like I bloomed tonight.
Yeah.
Actually, not. No, that's weird.
Well, let's summarize tonight. Save your seeds so you can grow more of whatever it is. Be nice to people, especially when you have coffee. Let's see, what was the other one there? Flowers are pretty, and that a lot of it it's a process. There's the ugly, smelly, dirty part that then yields pretty, beautiful stuff later on. And then find a local roaster.
Yeah,
Use
most
that
important.
for your coffee. Get off of
If you heard-
Starbucks. Don't drink
Yep.
Folgers or Maxwell House if you can help it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Create a video and tag LightMode in your coffee trying experiences. We'll share it. We'll repost it.
For
And
real.
if you've never tried pour over, try it.
Oh,
It's
solid.
life changing.
Get yourself a Chemex. It's like one of the cheapest like coffee making methods. You just boil water and you put a coffee filter in the Chemex and you just let it happen. It's so
Somebody's kids are lighting the place on fire.
Oh, probably my kids are going to Sorry.
On that note, we're going to go ahead and call it good before the house falls down around Katelyn's ears. Shout out to her
I didn't
kids.
even hear it.
Oh, I'm hearing
Oh, no.
something. There's something going on in the background. The love of boys.
They're across the house, too. Like, they're all the way across the house.
Awesome. Those are great kids. But all right. So until next time, episode 7? Yeah, 7. Yes.
6.
Today's 6, but
6.
the next one's 7. Episode 7 is courage. Wow. We have to go.
We need coffee.
Until next time, we out.
LightMode, turn that frown around. Bright side vibes bouncing all around. Hopes bursting out, laughter everywhere. Packed with pure joy, we're taking you there. LightMode, wonder we bring. Good times forever, hear us sing. Feel the beat. Flip your feet.